How's it, guys? It is Tuesday at 4:20.
Away
Welcome to the
Elementa.
DQ Central show. It's Quinn and Dave. Guys, we are going to talk about something. Something popped up, actually popped up on my phone this morning. Very serious. Private cannabis use can get you fired. They're saying United National Transport Union has cautioned those who use cannabis privately to remember their company's drug use and random testing policies. Right, now, they say this comes after 3 of its members were fired. They lost their case at the CCMA. How? Man, that must have been a bad lawyer. Because, I'm sorry.
I haven't lost one yet.
With the new legislation that's come in, guys, but irrespective of the fact that the Constitutional Court, your employer, no, zero tolerance. You can't. That stuff stays in your system for so long. Right. So Quinn is going to say something on it. I mean, Quinn does drug testing. He does policies for companies.
Yeah, besides me being a professional stoner, I've actually got some education behind me. And
Wow.
one of the businesses I run is a drug testing business, as many of you will know. That's even worse than being like an ex-cop like Dave. Guys, okay. In the cannabis community, a lot of people have come to me in the past for help with this, knowing that I've spoken a lot about it, etc. I'm going to make it pretty clear, and I'd like to make this clear for all employers as well. In the next couple of days, you're going to see an article coming up regarding the article that Dave spoke about, that I've written, that encapsulates everything into one small sentence. Fuck you. You can't fire us for smoking weed. Okay.
And that's what they said. They said that they'd smoked. They smoke at night. So
Right. So, dear employer, I'd like to just let you know about something. If you're firing somebody for cannabis, now noting that cannabis can be in your system for a number of days, Dave,
yeah.
I've literally argued CCMA cases about this. So
Well,
this
do
is
you
one
remember-
thing I know.
Well, do you remember that guy that contacted me and he said he's going to Canada and he had a joint and he's been testing himself and he keeps getting a positive?
Yeah.
And that was weeks, eh?
Yeah. Okay. So if you're let's start off with the once-off toker. You go to a bar on a Saturday night. There's a couple of guys standing around having a joint, and you're like, "Oh, what the hell? I've never
legal.
tried it. It's legal." Or last time I had one was like 3 years back, or back in the day, or whatever. And you have a couple of drags. It's great. You get home later that night. You climb into bed. It's a fantastic evening. Monday morning, you walk into work, and all of a sudden, your line manager goes, "Hey, guess what? It's drug testing day," and right there, you just cuck your pants.
Yeah.
As you should. Not really, but
Well-
I can understand the feeling. Here's the whole thing. Most of the people that have been fired for being under the influence of cannabis. Well, that's kind of difficult to prove. On Thursday, we're going to go into part 2 about this, but it's really difficult to prove. But I want you to know this. You can't be fired for using cannabis, because if they are firing you for using cannabis, they're going to have had some really special machinery to help figure out that you were stoned 3 days after smoking a joint. My friend, if you're stoned 3 days after smoking a joint, give me the name of that fucking dealer.
Yes,
I
please.
want that weed.
Yes. I mean, they're saying, sorry, Quinn, I'm just reading a bit further down here. They say 50 ng per mil
Nanograms
is
per mil.
what companies will accept.
Okay, so okay.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, you know this.
You can
So
explain.
what you have to understand is you get out there, you get 2 types of tests. Okay. And I'm only talking about urine tests now because these are the tests that most people use. You get 2 types. You get the 50 nanogram cutoff and you get the 20 nanogram cutoff. The 20 nanogram cutoff is for like Germans who want to be precise
Okay.
and know within like however long that you smoke. 20 nanograms is also a very, very low cutoff. So brew, the chances of you testing positive weeks after are much higher with the 20 nanogram test. Okay. 50 nanogram test is pretty much the stock standard type of test that you get.
All right.
Okay. So what happens is if you smoked and you get tested by one of these tests and it's negative, you're probably just under the cutoff.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're just under that 50.
Yeah, you're hanging around the 50, but you're just under. It's not testing positive. Okay. That being said, you don't know what type of weed the smoke guy had. Was it an edible? Was what?
Yeah.
That's
how long
why,
it's gonna last in your
guys,
system.
if you use weed once off, me as the drug testing specialist, 3 to 5 days minimum
Yeah.
that it's going to be in your system. You can do whatever you want to try and flush it out. Firstly, the tests aren't stupid, and neither are the testers. And secondly, don't even bother, because if they fire you, I'm going to give you some really, really good advice on Thursday regarding that and how you can actually fight back.
Awesome. That's it, Oaks. Hope you have an awesome, blessed evening. Have a joint.
It's been
Ponder
a
about
Know Your Rights Tuesday, 4:26 and 5 seconds.
Take it easy, guys.